Hi, welcome to yet another episode of I Am Not a Bike Mechanic. I'm a little behind on episodes. I have quite a few recorded and not edited. I had a computer crash and now I'm trying to locate what I did with the files. As I said in the last couple episodes, we're going to be working on a 1991 Mazda Miata. I'm doing a bit of a restore on it. When I got it, someone put a bigger battery in it. Stock battery holder was taken out and bungee cord holding it in. Today, hit a bump, positive terminal hits metal, and I have a short all the way through the car. I had smoke coming out of the radio and the engine overheated. Quite a few electrical things all work, other than now got to figure out the overheating. Don't know what the problem is. However, there were some things I was going to do anyways. One of the things was new thermostat. I have an override on the fan, so that way I was keeping it cool with the override switch, making the fan come on as I showed in another video. However, that's one of the videos I still have to edit and upload, and because of the computer crash, I'm still trying to figure out which directory I saved that video. If you go back and looking at pictures, you know I had a custom piece over the cut bumper. When I got the car, let's just say the bumper and some pieces under it were in very sad shape. So at the moment, I'm going to drain the radiator, and I'm going to replace the thermostat under here. The temperature sensor works fine. That's not the issue. Something in the switch is an issue, but the temperature sensor works fine. I do have a new temperature sensor to put on eventually, but there's nothing wrong with the existing one. So let's get started. We're going to drain the radiator, replace the thermostat. I already have it up on jack stands. I have it ready to do some other work today. I was supposed to be at work, overheated when this happened, so I came back home. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get started. I've been doing a lot of work to my car, so the under engine cover has already been removed. Right here is your radiator drain plug. Depending on your car, you may have to remove the engine cover and a few other things first to make it accessible. I have a drain pan plus an overall, just in case I make a bigger mess, pan. I'm going to unscrew this and let the rest of the radiator fluid come out. Let that drain into the pan. Once that is drained, you can take the hose off from where the thermostat is and start working on the thermostat. I'm going to leave the screw out of this and just let it keep doing its thing while I work up at the top. Most things on the car are either 10 or 12 millimeter. This was a 12 millimeter. 25-year-old car. Things rust. I thought it was just coming out easily. As you can see, the bolt sheared off. Now I have to figure that piece out before going further. You need to clean all the gasket stuff off while you're at it, both sides, and make sure not a single thing drops down in there. You could screw up your engine forever. So now to clean it up and get that bolt off. First things first, I shoved a lot of paper towels down in here to keep anything else from going in. I covered it with tape. Then I started to drill a little starter hole. Now I'm going to use a screw extractor set and pray it works. I can't believe I did this. I really thought it was just coming out easy, and it just broke right off. 25 years old. I wonder if it was ever replaced. I ended up having to move this up out of my way. 2 10mm nuts and a hose clamp or two. Swing it out of the way. The clutch on the drill is not gripping enough, so I was not able to get it to actually grip in with the reversing screw. So what I did is I just drilled out the bolt, and when it was all said and done, I cleaned up the hole with a pair of pliers, and the bolt that's supposed to be there, it screws in just fine. Nothing wrong. It's going to be fine. And now I'm going to put this, take out the tape, clean it up, and start putting the new thermostat on. I went up, got some new bolts, about to put everything back together. Make sure your gasket space is nice and clean. It's about as clean as mine's going to get. For both items, the top and the bottom there. And now let's start putting things together. Alright, old gasket out. I kept it in the same position. When I pulled it out, I just set it straight there. That way I would know which direction the sub valve is when I put in the new one. The gasket has an adhesive on it. Take the adhesive off, and you want to attach it to the top piece, not the bottom piece. Not sure why, but as I'm not a mechanic anyway, but make sure you do that. And then pretty much put it back together. So thermostat in, gasket adhesive to the top, bolt it back down. We'll be right back. Now don't over tighten it. Get it hand tightened with your ratchet. Bring it down where it's just tight, and then do an extra quarter turn. That should be good enough. My issue is going to be the left one there. I drilled it out. Don't know if it's going to hold tight enough. And when I started everything with getting new bolts, this piece is a 13mm now instead of a 12. Not that it really matters to you all, just sharing. Now put this piece back in place. Your 2 bolts go there, your hose clamp. Alright, that's in place. Now go ahead and put your main hose off from the radiator back on. Alright, this is back in place. You have your radiator hose, main radiator hose back on. You have your temp sensor back on. So now when you get to this point where you're ready to put the screw back into the radiator, the drain plug, it's a little plastic screw. It has an O-ring on it. Make sure you have not lost your O-ring. That would not be fun. So now I'm going to tighten it with the screwdriver. I need my other hand for a moment, so be right back. Alright, so I'm filling it up, letting it trickle down, slowly getting it full. Nothing seems to be leaking. So in a nutshell, that's how you replace a thermostat on a 91 Miata in NA series. 1.6 liter. Everybody always does the engine swaps. I'm actually happy with the 1.6 liter. So at the beginning of this video, I talked about hitting a bump, and shorting a few things out and overheating. So I fixed the overheating problem, apparently, hope so, pray so, but I still have other problems to fix. I think when things shorted, I think I also have to replace the alternator next. We'll find out. I'm going to do some more troubleshooting. Right now it's running. I was going to do some more to it, but since I have, when I say more, other things I wanted to do versus have to do, I'll keep at it. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Please share our videos. Keith Hildebrand with I Am Not a Bike Mechanic working on a Miata. Talk to you soon. Have another episode soon. If things change, I'll keep you updated. Thank you. Appreciate it.